Okay. So this is why I'm doing this video right now. Let me mute this TV, sorry. Okay. Why? This is from SmithsonianMag.com, the Smithsonian Magazine. Why a U.S. company plans to release 2.4 billion genetically modified mosquitoes. The insects created by biotech firm Oxitec will be non-biting males, engineered to only produce viable male offspring per the company. Yeah, we'll see. Aedes aegypti can carry several diseases, including yellow fever, dengue, and Zika virus. That is the mosquito that causes it, I think. The EPA has cleared the release of 2.4 billion genetically modified mosquitoes in California and Florida. Not the first time, by the way. Not even the fourth time. The mosquitoes created by biotech firm Oxitec will be non-biting Aedes aegypti, male, engineered only to produce viable male offspring per the company. Oxitec says the plan will reduce numbers of the invasive Aedes aegypti, which can carry diseases like Zika, yellow fever, and dengue, whatever. Female mosquitoes will die while males will reproduce and spread the self-limiting gene to the next generation, eventually leading to population declines. Sounds really familiar. Sounds too familiar. While these diseases aren't yet spreading in California, the invasive insect has been flagged as a growing risk as their numbers increase across the state, reports The Guardian's Gabrielle Cannon. Can you think of why that sounds so familiar? Can you? Sounds like depopulation to me. Back to the article. Given the growing health threat this mosquito poses across the U.S., we're working to make this technology available and accessible, Oxitec CEO Gray says in a statement. These pilot programs we're in can demonstrate the technology's effectiveness in a different climate settings will play an important role in doing so. The mosquitoes will also contain a genetic marker so that scientists can easily identify them from wild populations per Oxitec. Hey, where in hell is a call for an uprising? Because let me read this again. The mosquitoes will also contain a genetic marker so that scientists can easily identify them from wild populations per Oxitec. So we'll get back to the article in a second. The reason why I said that is because it sounds a lot like this part up here, talking about the depopulation declines. Sounds like depopulation upon us humans. And this part right here, at the top right here, the mosquitoes will also contain a genetic marker so that scientists can easily identify them from wild populations per Oxitec. Sounds like luciferase. Sounds like graphene oxide. It sounds like a lot of stuff that they're already doing to us humans. Back to the article. The experiment is an extension of a pilot project that the EPA approved in 2020, the company says. In 2021, Oxitec released 144,000, sounds like they were chosen, genetically modified mosquitoes in the Florida Keys. It's not the first time either. I read about it like 15 years ago. It also released mosquitoes in Brazil, claiming that after 13 weeks, this technology suppressed 95% of Aedes aegypti. So their depop shit works, is what they're saying. It's ingenious. Mustafa Daboon, medical and veterinary entomologist and general manager of the Delta Mosquito and Vector Control District, tells Mashable's Mark Kaufman. Okay. Instead of using a human being to apply a pesticide to kill these mosquitoes, we're using a male mosquitoes to do the job for us. It's nature against nature. Like I said, where is a call for an uprising on this? I'm about to share. Go check out his channel. He's just look for a call for an uprising. Share this link with him of my video, because I'm sure he will love to tell you how it relates to the depopulation agenda. I am positive that he would love to break all this down. I'm positive that he will see exactly what I'm seeing right now. So, a call for uprising, shout out, do your thing. I'll keep following every single channel that you keep coming out with. Keep beating the robots. Okay, back to the article. Let me reread this part. It's ingenious, Mustafa, a medical and veterinary entomologist and general manager of the Delta Mosquito and Vector Control District, tells Mashable's Mark Kaufman. Instead of using a human being to apply a pesticide to kill these mosquitoes, we're using male mosquitoes to do the job for us. It's nature against nature. So what that reminds me of is everything that is in this SHOT, everything that is in this V. If you actually look up the ingredients, if you're fortunate enough to come across the ingredients and you look it up and you find a scholarly article, and you will see the experiments for decades that they have been doing, and you will see that this has been planned for a while. You will see that this is a depopulation agenda. Like I said, this last part, instead of using a human being to apply a pesticide to kill these mosquitoes, we're using a male mosquitoes to do the job for us. It's nature against nature. So the ones that are marked, the ones that are marked will be the assassins for the ones that are not marked. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Let's go back. But critics aren't convinced the mosquitoes will be entirely safe. There's no such thing as 100% effective in science. Dana Pearls, the Food and Technology Program Manager with Friends of the Earth, tells Guardian. See how all these people are just working together to get this information to you? You don't think that's some type of disclosure to protect yourself? Yet the public is being asked to trust that Oxytec's experiment will work and no genetically engineered female mosquitoes will survive. But how do we know that? Exactly. The Guardian reports opponents are concerned about the mosquitoes coming in contact with tetracycline, an antibiotic used in agriculture that the publication says would allow female mosquitoes to survive. That's what's going to happen. They're going to up their dose of tetracycline in agriculture. They'll pay them to do so. So the female GMO mosquitoes will survive. Supporters say the mosquitoes rarely travel more than 500 feet from where they're born, reports Lisa M. Krieger from Mercury News. Another person right here coming together to give you this news. EPA regulations require that the mosquitoes cannot be released within 500 meters of wastewater treatment facilities. They will. Commercial citrus, apple, pear, nectarine, peach growing areas. Wow, I got some of that. Or commercial cattle, poultry, and pig livestock producers. So what about the people? Hold on. Because this says, I have livestock. But I'm not a commercial producer. I call myself a hobby producer. Supporters say the mosquitoes rarely travel more than 500 feet from where they're born. EPA regulations require that mosquitoes cannot be released within 500 meters of wastewater treatment facilities. They'll release them 501 meters away. Commercials, it can be within 500 meters of wastewater facilities. Commercial citrus, I have that. Apple, I have that. Pear, I have that. Nectarine. Peach, I have that. Growing areas. Or commercial cattle, poultry, and pig livestock producers. Still, critics say more tests should take place in controlled environments. I agree. I would be a critic in their eyes. Once released into the environment, genetically engineered mosquitoes cannot be recalled. Dr. Robert Gould, Pockets of the Future. Dr. Robert Gould, president of San Francisco Bay Physicians for Social Responsibility, tells Mercury News. Mercury. They're just putting in all kind of little symbolism. I'm sure the gematria dude is somewhere losing his fucking mind when he reads this. They threw Mercury in there. Rather than forge ahead with unregulated, open-air genetic experiment, we need precautionary action, transparent data, and appropriate risk assessments. I agree. And this is wrote for the Smithsonian Magazine at the top by Margaret Osborne. So Margaret has compiled all of this information, all of these quotes by Mr. Gould from Mercury News. Okay. All right. Talking about fruit trees and stuff. If you got some fruit trees and they release these mosquitoes, they don't say what's going to happen. Like, that's why I read that about 3 times. With the EPA regulations saying that they can't be within 500 meters of commercial citrus, apple, pear, nectarine, peach growing areas, or commercial cattle, poultry, and pig livestock producers, or wastewater treatment facilities. Like, this is how I break it down. I'll switch it up and I'll see, and then sometimes I'll read what they put, but I'll read the opposite. Like, it's like a form of gematria, but it's just, putting shit together and getting many meanings to one thing that they're putting out. But as you can see, they mention the mercury. I'm sure Krieger translates to something. The tetracycline, there's something with that. I believe that they will be paying farmers and shit to up their antibiotics uses because of some fake ass disease, another little livestock pandemic. This opens so many fucking doors for these psychopaths in charge to take more of your freedoms, is what's going on. In case you didn't read this or follow along, I know I might be hard because I'm breaking it down as I'm reading it. It's a long ass article. Look. 2.4 billion genetically modified mosquitoes. Okay, Margaret Osborne has compiled this article for you at the Smithsonian, and you should really go check it out. At this point, I am going to share this. Copy it. Okay. So, thank you for watching. If you would like to donate so I can do longer videos like this, I don't have any data, any Wi-Fi right now. I'm running straight off data. So now I see that I need a Wi-Fi hotspot so I can basically break this down. I plan to do more scholarly articles. I know my last couple videos have been about bugs, but it's been proven in the past that they're using bugs to spread diseases. So I believe that's important. I believe the scholarly articles are super important to read, to break down. I'm sorry if it was hard to follow. Like I said, I was breaking the article down as I was reading it. So I read some parts 3 or 4 times. I mentioned a couple YouTubers. It would not hurt you to go follow them. Yeah, really, really. Shout out to y'all, because nobody's talking about this. So I'm hoping that everybody can come together and see what their agendas are, and tell everybody and tell people in person. They're not going to stop you from telling nobody in person. They're not going to cancel you. Just make sure you feel their energy. If they're parroting shit back to you that the TV has said to them, then you need to walk the fuck away. Because they're the ones, hold on, right here. It's ingenious. Mustafa Daboon, a medical and veterinary entomologist and general manager of the Delta Mosquito and Vector Control District, tells Mashable's Mark Kaufman. Instead of using a human being to apply a pesticide to kill these human beings, mosquitoes, we're using a male mosquitoes to do the job for us. It's nature against nature. So if somebody is parroting some shit that the TV has said to them back to you, that's what that is. They're not even a person. They're a fucking clone, or they're a goddamn robot, or they're a fucking simulation. I mean, I know this shit sounds crazy as possible. Look into it. Look into it. Meditate. Pray. Do what you got to do. Get some internal answers. Everything that you need the answer to is inside of you. You have all the answers within you. All you have to do is intend to bring that out and educate your fucking self and get that shit done. So thank you, Margaret Osborne, for compiling this at the Smithsonian Magazine. Thank you, all my subscribers and non-subscribers. Subscribe if you are a non-subscriber. For watching. Thank you for putting up with this, breaking this article down with me. I appreciate you. If you'd like to donate, check out my paypal.me link. I will be posted in there. Like this video. I'm not monetized. I'm not part of the beast system with the YouTube. I was at one time. They took it away because I did Sky videos. Now I'm doing articles in black and white with screen share, and they can suck my dick. So, but everybody else, I appreciate you. Thank you. I love you. Share this out. Let everybody know. Talk about this shit in person. They can't fucking stop you. There's so many more of us than there are of them.